Improvement pill here. Most of us know how it feels to be nervous about something. Heart hammering inside your chest, shaky hands, shortness of breath, or even excessive sweating. And what's one well-known cause of these types of nerves? Public speaking. In fact, fear of public speaking, or glossophobia, is one of the most common phobia, according to the National Social Anxiety Center, and affects around 40% of the population. A little while back, we noticed one commenter asking for help in dealing with this exact phobia. They said, "Whenever I'm at school and a teacher wants me to read, say, or answer something, I'm always under a lot of stress and only get the first words out after stuttering a few times. What can I do about this?" Fear of public speaking is a type of social anxiety. The main cause of most social anxieties is an underlying fear of judgment or negative evaluation from others. So the natural answer to this is to stop putting so much importance on other people's opinions and judgments. But that's much easier said than done. That's why we're going to deep dive into the concept of detachment and how you can use this one relatively simple idea to let go and stop anxiety and nerves from controlling you. But first, to understand how to detach, we need to figure out why we feel nervous or fear in the first place. The answer? Over-attachment. Many of us are over-attached to ourselves, the way we look, sound, and come across to others, when the reality is that no one cares as much about you as you do. And placing this importance on yourself and how others see you, we add tremendous pressure on ourselves. We overanalyze who we are, how we behave, and what people might think of us. Enter social anxiety. In small amounts, pressure can be helpful, but add too much, and it can be crippling. This is where detachment comes in. Detachment isn't about not caring about things in life. It's about being selective over what you do care about. It's about asking yourself if it's good for you to be mentally over-involved in something, or if it just gives you unnecessary stress and anxiety. 9 times out of 10, you actually do better when you're more relaxed. It's why many young or new athletes often perform better when they're training compared to when they compete. The pressure of the crowd and the desire to win causes them to tense up, just like this commenter who gets stressed and stutters in class. So how can we detach? We can reduce this self-inflicted pressure and detach from a situation in a few ways. The first is by using the let them theory. The let them theory is about creating distance between you and other people's thoughts, feelings, decisions, and actions. It's about detaching from other people and focusing on yourself and what's best for you. Say if your friends go to a party one weekend and no one invites you, you let them. Overthinking the situation and getting upset over it will only cause you suffering. Or if you're nervous to speak in front of a crowd of people because you fear what they might think of you, if you let them think whatever they like, you take away the power and control other people have over you. You start reclaiming the power and decide to feel, think, and do the things that are in your best interest. And what's the result? You're more relaxed and confident, and you live for yourself. You get your time back instead of worrying about what people might think of you. You end up living a much more happy and content life as a result. So next time your heart is beating or your palms are sweaty, try to pinpoint the fear behind this reaction. And by letting them, you might find you're able to relax a bit more. The next theory is about the law of reversed effort. The law of reversed effort is about the level of desire we have over doing something. The more we want something, the more difficult it becomes to achieve. So in relation to social anxiety and public speaking, the more we want people to like us and the more we try to control how the situation goes, the more difficult it gets to achieve what we want. The more we freeze, stutter, our hands begin to shake. This is where detachment comes in. If we care less and we stop trying to control the situation, we can begin to relax about it. One great way of doing this in the moment is through grounding techniques. Focusing on your breathing, your environment, or how your body feels is a great way to quiet an anxious mind and give yourself mental distance from the situation. A popular grounding technique is to name 5 things in your environment that you can see. This can be anything from people to objects or even colors. You can then move on to naming 5 things you can hear, maybe the growl of car engines, birds chirping, or the chatter of people nearby. It doesn't matter what you can hear. What matters is that you bring yourself out of the pressure that your mind is creating about the situation and into the present moment. Knowing about the law of reversed effort is a powerful tool. We've even got a video that goes into more detail on this if you're looking for something else to watch after this one. The next theory that uses detachment is coined by another best-selling author, Mark Manson. Manson's book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, uses the concept of giving distance to your problems and taking responsibility for them to take back control over your life. By giving distance to our problems, we give them less power. Try asking this question: how will you feel about this in 5 years? Chances are you're not going to remember the moment you read aloud in class one day at school. The next step is to take responsibility for the problem or scenario. Only you have the power to overcome the problem. Do you want to stay nervous and scared, or do you want instead to become a confident and happier version of yourself? The choice is yours, and it's your responsibility to work on this to overcome it. You can do anything you put your mind to. So why not this? The last and potentially one of the most helpful theories is impression management. What if you don't feel confident? Well, you can fake it. Impression management uses the concept of acting like a version of yourself that would be successful in a situation, giving you the confidence you need to do it. If you need to come across as a natural public speaker for a presentation at school or work, you can act like you are. Even if you don't feel like it, acting like you do in the moment tricks your mind into thinking you can. It gives you an opportunity to practice and acts as a way to prove to yourself you can do it. One way we like to use impression management is by taking our favorite character from a film who may be good in high-pressure situations, funny, friendly, relaxed, or confident, and channeling them. For example, take the cool, calm confidence of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. A genius engineer, Tony Stark takes responsibility in any situation. He remains relaxed in the face of any challenge, and channeling this type of energy can be a great low-pressure way to detach from any fears or blockers you might have. There we have it. Detachment is an incredibly useful concept. It gives you back your power and control over your life. Using techniques such as the let them theory, the law of reversed effort, distancing and taking responsibility for your problems, and impression management can help you to get over your anxiety and nerves. With practice and exposure to these stressful situations, you can get over your fears and stop letting them rule over your life. Take back the control. Have you gotten over a fear or anxiety in the past? Share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as ever, stay tuned.